It's a new year, but we are still facing many of the same challenges with this newest round of COVID time. I had planned to take a month off from recording children's lessons in January to give a little space to evaluate and refocus this ministry tool for the year ahead. While I am looking ahead, we will look back together at some of the lessons that were shared when we began filming many months ago. I hope we will all find a fresh message from God in this pre-recorded lesson. In these times, as in all times, may we never forget that we are loved by the one who created all things, knows all things, and works through all things. May the peace of Christ, which passes all understanding, fill you full and overflowing as we walk in the footsteps of Jesus, empowered by the grace of the Spirit, toward the loving arms of the Father, who is always waiting to embrace us. God be with you.
We've only been there 4 years, but it feels like home nonetheless. These people had a home. The Canaanites, they lived in the land of Canaan. Go figure. But I want to introduce you to someone who left their home. This is Terah and his son, Abram, and Abram's wife, Sarai. They lived in the Ur of the Chaldeans, far away from the land of Canaan. But apparently God talked to Terah. We don't know that for sure, but Terah moved his family toward the land of the Canaanites. But they stopped in a town called Haran. And in Haran they lived for a while until Terah died. And Abram and Sarai were left there in Haran. And we know that God talked to them. God talked to Abram and he said, "Leave your country, leave your family, leave all of your household and go to the land that I'm going to show you." He also said to Abram, "I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. Whoever blesses you, I will bless, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you." That's Genesis chapter 12, verses 2 and 3. Kids, you know that if you've been in Focus. You can explain to your parents why it says peoples. Can you do that for me later? Like we said earlier, it feels good to have a home. And Abram looked forward to having a home, but when he went to the land that God was showing him, he realized others were already there. It was somebody else's home. So he lived in his tent, and he wandered around from place to place, and the people allowed him to live there. Then there was a famine. And Abram and Sarai needed food. So they went away to Egypt for a while, and there they lived and had some interesting times there. God was with them. God brought them back together and brought them back to the land that He had promised them. But still, the Canaanites lived there. And so Abram lived there with Sarai as a visitor, as an alien. But God continued to make promises to Abram. God said in Genesis chapter 13, "Abram, lift your eyes from where you are. Look to the north, look to the south, look to the east, and look to the west. All of the land that you see will one day be yours. Your descendants will live there, and you will have so many descendants, so many children, that they will be like the dust of the earth." But that didn't happen in Abram's lifetime. Abram knew what it was like to wait for God. I wonder if you ever feel like you're waiting. I feel like I'm waiting sometimes. I wonder what waiting feels like to you. I also wonder what God is doing right now. I wonder what God is preparing. Is God preparing something special for you? What is God preparing for us? It's hard to wait, isn't it? But if the stories I read in the Bible are worth anything, then it'll be worth the wait. And as we wait together on God, I pray that the Lord will bless and keep you, that He will make His face to shine upon you. And as we wait through this week, may He give you peace.